impressive than a great attitude, which you can wear on your sleeve. So stay fit, stay healthy. With this mantra, let's begin our today's session. So my name is Rahul Jaiswal, and I'm from the DORAI Foundation, and I will be your anchor for today's evening. So now let me introduce you to our honorable speaker who will be talking about physical fitness in COVID-19 and what impact does COVID-19 have physically. So please welcome Ms. Tegitha Janani. She is licensed Zumba instructor and works at gym. She takes class at SAI Center Neighbor Initiative for Adults and Special Needs. Apart from this, she also does choreography. Not only this, she is also an influencer. She has a YouTube channel called In Space, and where you can find fitness related videos and many more things. And she have achieved a lot in such a young age of 24 years, and she's very hardworking. And I hope she will inspire you guys from her achievements. Now, I would like to request ma'am to say some words on today's topic and enlighten us with your knowledge. Yes, over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Rahul. I'm very happy to be here. The topic, as it says, that we're going to be discussing about physical fitness today and physical, how we can keep ourselves fit during COVID. But before I speak about how to stay fit during this time, I think I would like to clarify what physical fitness means in general. Because when you say being fit, somehow the image that comes in people's mind is having six pack and proper calf muscle shape, and then having super duper biceps and stuff. And I think that's not necessary because at least for me, and I think for most of the people, I think being fit means that you should be able to do your work by yourself. You should not be able be dependent on people around you. You should be independent. So for few people, they might be having issues sitting up and getting down, and they might not be able to bend, touch the floor and stuff like that. So in general, I think people need to know the difference between body goals and physical fitness. um, like having a six pack and all this, I think that comes under uh, body goals. So coming to physical fitness, I think size doesn't really matter. It's just that all that matters is the weight that you have is healthy weight. It doesn't matter if your thighs are big, if your hands are big, or if you have a tummy. But I think what matters is having a healthy weight. And during COVID, we have to be, of course, slightly careful because we're there indoors, and people who are working in system, they're completely on in kind of system. So they're sitting, and then they have their children and wives giving them snacks time to time. So they'll just eat, and then there's not physical work to the body. They're not walking. If it's office, they'll be walking up and down. So I think these are the things that one has to be very careful, and it's also very important that we intake fresh air. So since it's work from home, we are there in front of the system. We wake up morning. If it's 10 o'clock login, I'm very sure that people wake up only by 9, and then fast they'll hurry up, eat, and then they're there in front of the system. And then once they're done with the work, also they just sit, and then they're there on Instagram or Facebook. I don't think people take the time to go walk in the terrace. Of course, lockdown is there; you can't go out, but still, there are ways for you to work out, right? There are ways for you to do things. So I don't think anybody takes the time to probably go and stand at the balcony, breathe some fresh air, or you can always go to the terrace and breathe some fresh air, because oxygen, fresh air is very important because you need to clean yourself every day, right? So this is something that we definitely have to keep in mind, and I would request that since you guys, all of us need to keep in mind and spend time for ourselves. Basically, it doesn't have to be. Some few people say that you have to work out for 1 hour, 2 hours, but with me, I would say that's not really necessary. 1 hour, 2 hour, it completely depends on you. I would say that even if you take half an hour to 15 minutes or 30 minutes, but sincerely you're doing something, move your body and you're doing movements, that's much needed. Like wake up and then go do walking, breathe. And it does not mean that when we say physical fitness workout, it does not mean that you have to do 50 push-ups, 50 sit-ups, 100 burpees. That's not exactly what exercise is, exact. Because for few people, working out will not suit for their body. Like for me, I wouldn't prefer doing burpees. I wouldn't prefer doing push-ups and stuff. But at the same time, I am a Zumba instructor, which means my sessions will be like for 45 minutes, and I'll be dancing continuously for 45 minutes without break. And I have to cue the movements to my clients because they're going to dance along with me, and they have to understand what I'm trying to do, which means I'm using double the time energy that I will need if I'm probably just working out and doing 10 counts of whatever. So at the same time, I have more capacity to do Zumba, and I prefer stretching out. People think that when you're doing yoga or when you're doing exercises related to stretching, it's not going to give an effect on your body. It's not going to help you reduce your weight, or it's not exercise. But that is not the truth. Everybody has its own uh, level. For few people, for me, working out doesn't work. I get knee pain and it doesn't work for me. For few people, only stretches work out. So for people like this, I recommend that take it slow. So during COVID, breathing exercise is a must. When you wake up in the morning, do basic pranayamas. Inhale, exhale, deep inhale, exhale. Just 10 times will do. You don't have to sit and do for 1 minute and stuff. Just 10 counts. Inhale, exhale, and then inhale through one nose and then exhale through another. So just basic exercise like this, I think, will be more than enough during COVID. As of now, I think I'm just going to keep it short because we still have more to talk. I'm just giving like an introduction. I hope this is good.
It's fine, ma'am. It's fine. So now let's begin with some questions of our topic, ma'am. So first question I have from you is, how does COVID-19 actually affects physical fitness or health of a particular person?
Okay. So as I said, breathing becomes a hassle because you're not taking in much of a fresh air. It's mostly like few people find it very hot and they're mostly in AC all the time. I don't think they're very rare people who can survive with fan. Almost 80% of the houses will have AC, and getting fresh air is a very, very, very difficult task. And since now you are at home, you might even happily lean on your bed and you'll be on your laptop. So when you're leaning on your bed or wherever you're leaning, your back position will be like this. It'll be kind of slant. It'll be curved. You'll literally be sitting like in a C shape, which is actually very, very bad for the back. You can lean, but everybody has to make sure that your back is flat and it's straight. So when the person is sitting like this curved, it puts pressure on the tailbone, and which causes major pain, which and it kind of weakens the tailbone as well. So that goes for a toss. And your eating habits, sorry, your eating habits, that also, either you're not eating properly or you're eating more than what you're usually having. Because when you're at home now, everybody is at home, and we've all gotten used to making baking and snacks, and we're taking more calories, and we're taking a lot of oily foods. So we need to make sure that we are also doing compensating that for whatever we eat. Either we work out or at least do a detox for the body. So I think this is how it takes a toss on a person in general. If someone who's not affected with COVID, just on a normal scale.
Yes, ma'am. That's fine. So my second question is, what effects does COVID-19 give on physical fitness of students during the lockdown period, and how they can stay physically fit?
Okay. So, physical fitness, I would say that they're probably restricted. And considering the fact that most of us are used to our smartphones, and with Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, everywhere we have our 30 seconds videos that is got his addiction, that we keep thinking, okay, I'll just watch for 2 minutes and then I'll go do something and come, which we never do. That 2 minutes just keeps adding on. So our movement is reduced a lot, and people are also used to COD now, and then PUBG. So because of this, I think we also get disconnected with our body. We don't have connection with ourselves. So if you actually ask, say you're doing some activity, and if you want to try and move your body, your leg and your head probably at the same time at same similar direction or something, you won't be able to do. you'll be trying to tell, like you'll be thinking that okay, I have to lift my left leg, right hand, and then I want to do this, but you're so disconnected with yourself that you won't be able to do. And all of us, of course, most of them would have become, they'll have knee pain because now we're not used to walking. At least when you have college, when you have school, you're going every day, so there's some movement to the body. But now what happens? Most of the youth, they're just on their bed. They wake up, they get breakfast on bed, and then they're. I don't know. I don't even know if people attend the classes. So almost the whole day they're there on the bed or they'll be on the sofa. It's fully like you're just letting your body rest 24/7, and that is not good because our muscles, they have to move every day. Otherwise, they're just going to rust. They're just going to die.
Okay, ma'am. So the next question is, how does less physical activity affects immune system of an individual during COVID?
Okay.
Physical.
Okay, less physical activity affect the immune system, right? So before you get anything, your body needs to be aware that it's just like how we face any problem. Only when we go through the problem, we know that next time when it comes, okay, this is what something I faced earlier. To overcome this situation, I will have to do this. You have a solution with you in prior hand. But if you're someone who's not used to physical activity, and if you're someone, when you fall sick, you just sulk in. Few people have that habit, right? When they fall sick, they get scared, they don't know what to do, and they just sulk. So if you're someone like that, your immune is definitely very, very low. You won't have the energy or the mental capacity to fight during COVID. Even the tiniest thing will be something big, and your body won't know how to respond. It's not about your mental energy. Also, it's also your body. The body won't know what to do. So physical fitness, at least on the basic level, you have to do something every day. As I said, breathing exercise, and even when you're sitting, you can just stretch your legs and sit.
Okay, ma'am. Uh, how much physical activity is recommended for our age? That is 18 to 30 age group we take if we take that. How
45
much?
minutes. 45
45
minutes is
minutes.
more than enough. Yeah. You can start with just basic exercise of head rolls, shoulder rotations, hip rotations. Basically, you'll be warming up all the joints of your body. Before you start any workout, that's compulsory. You have to do head rotations, neck rotations, and shoulder, chest, hip, knee, ankle. Do all this and then start with your breathing exercise and then toe touching, up and down toe touching, side twist. And if you do just 10 counts of all this, it'll come 45 minutes easily. It'll come.
Okay, ma'am. So, ma'am, so actually the main impacted was the school student during the COVID time. The school going students, because school were almost closed for 2 years. So, how they have impacted on their physical health because they are growing children from the age group of 5 to 15. So, how could they tackle their parents and guardians to tackle this situation?
Yeah. So as you said, usually, I mean, school going children, if schools had been happening, they would have gone and they would have had their PT period, and in general, they would have had movement. But now these days, kids who are younger than us are addicted to cell phones more than we are in general. And the fact that they have to attend online classes, I think that's another big toss for them. So in places like this, parents have to play the upper hand because they have to take the initiative and they have to keep their kids engaged. And it's not easy to make kids work out. It's not easy to make them do exercises. So parents will have to, of course, make it interesting for them. Like in playway method schools, they teach you in a way that there's some activity and there's a learning as well. So there are even games where there'll be a learning for you. So I don't know if you guys would have played this. We'll draw boxes and there'll be number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we'll throw stone, and then we'll be hopping with one leg up and down. So all that is actually activity for the whole body because you're bending and getting up, and it's also balance for the leg. So parents should take the initiative and engage the kids and make them work out, play music, let them dance. It doesn't have to be workout, right? So they have to take their time apart, at least half an hour for the kids, and engage with them, make them work out with the parent, play music, dance with them, run around with them. This is how they can make the kids be physically active. I think right now, more than being physically fit for youths, it's important that they're physically active, because there are not many kids who know the games that we used to play. It's mostly COD. COD for them also, it's COD only these days. So the goal is to keep them physically active.
Yes, ma'am. I also remember my childhood days when I was in. Ma'am, we have a particular games. We will playing only the offline games only, not the not now the
Oh,
particular
yes.
games are online only.
Yeah,
We'll play come outside and play with our friends
that used to
that
be
time.
fun.
Yes, ma'am. That is fun to socialize with others also. Ma'am, so the next question is, how do physical exercise help in combating the crisis of COVID-19 that we all are facing?
Okay, so the things that they say is, if you're tested COVID positive, then you have breathing issues, you get body pain and restlessness, and uh, you have cold and everything. So the one main thing that happens when you have cold is you have nose block, and which automatically leads to breathing issues. So if you practice breathing exercise every day on a regular basis, and considering the fact that the pollution is more now, we definitely have to do breathing exercise so that the air that we intake is more pure. And when you do breathing exercise every day, your lungs have a better capacity to breathe. So even when you have cold or when you get COVID, your breathing is still better than normal, like how it would affect you if you're not someone who's used to breathing exercise, or if your lungs are weak. And if you're doing exercise, your body will have the strength to fight what's inside. If you're someone who's not used to physical activities at all, your body is already dead. It's nothing, it's just a flash, it's just there. So when something comes, it doesn't know. Okay, it'll probably think, okay, this is something new, and let it join me. But if you're someone who's used to physical activities and stuff, it'll know to respond. So you'll be able to fight it better than usual.
Yeah. Okay, ma'am. So how does COVID-19, if a person, COVID-19 effect, if a person is healthy, following a healthy lifestyle from past only, if he follows that healthy lifestyle, so how does the COVID will affect to him? Or compared to those who don't follow that, don't follow the healthy lifestyle,
Okay, so you're
who
asking me
follows
to
and who don't
differentiate
follows.
how it would react for a person who's used to physical
Yes, ma'am.
activities and for one who's not using. Okay, so for someone who's used to physical activity, they'll be able to tell themselves consciously that this is nothing, I can do it. I know I have this pain, but at the same time, if I do this, I know that this pain is going to cure, right? So I know what is happening to me. I'm conscious about myself. Actually, that's a big advantage of working out, because you're conscious about yourself, not just externally, but also internally. Yoga is very good in that way, because you have to connect with yourself. You can't just think, you can't just breathe in, breathe out. Only when you breathe in, you know that, okay, I have suffocation. My breath is actually not that good. So yoga helps you to connect yourself internally. Whereas while working out, you don't really keep a track of all that when you're doing proper exercise like HIIT workouts, let's say. So you don't keep track of that, because you're just focused on your physical body. I want to look like this. But yoga helps you connect internally. So when a person who is used to all this, when that person is getting affected, we can consciously tell ourselves that this is what is happening to us. So we'll do something that's going to help us come out of it. Of course, we want, COVID is a bit serious. We will not have the strength as much as I will probably have if I get a normal fever or cold. But I have trained my body to fight at least for 20 percentage or 30 percentage when I have this. But if it's going to come for a person who's not used to physical activity, or who's not aware about themselves, they don't know what's happening to their body, and they don't know that okay, now if I do this, if it's going to be okay for my body. I don't know. I don't know anything about myself. I'm just using this body to survive. That's how it's going to be for them.
Yes, now that's clear. Ma'am, the last question is for which type of exercise would you suggest if we are staying at home during lockdowns? So, what can exercise we can do at home or workout
Okay.
sessions?
Okay. So, as I said, there are two types of workouts. Either you can choose to do stretches or go take it on a slow pace, and you can do proper workouts. So, for those who are willing to do proper workouts start with joint, basic neck movements and shoulder, as I said earlier, and then you can do jumps, medium jumps, high jump, so that you can do 15 counts, and then side twist, and then toe touching, sit ups, and then if you can do push ups, you can do push ups, jumping jacks. So these are all something that won't require much space. This just requires about your shoulder level. So these are all exercises that you can do staying at house and which is safe to do also. Pull ups and all that, I think it's a bit risky because if you're going to go and try and pull up on a pole, you never know what will happen. It might crash on your head as well. So safest would be these that I mentioned earlier. If you're someone who likes to do stretches, like I love to stretch, so I do Surya Namaskaram 21 times. That's the best. I would say that anybody who wants to work out should do Surya Namaskaram 21 times. That will just drain your energy. That will take you, if you're a beginner, 21 times will easily take you 45 minutes to 1 hour. Once you get used to it, it'll get there. So, and you just have to go to YouTube and type Surya Namaskaram and you'll know what to do and how to do, right? So I would suggest that Surya Namaskaram is the best 21 times. If you can't start with 21 times, do 21 times, then start with 11 times and then slowly take it forward.
Oh, okay, ma'am. Surely we will try the Surya Namaskar.
Yeah, but I think we also missed out. I had said that this is going to be an inclusive session. This is also going to be for people who are physically and mentally disabled and for people who have special needs. But right now we've been talking about just us so until now. So I think we still have some time. So we'll also give inputs for them so that it'll be helpful for them as well. So, and it's also important that we take care of our grandparents. So, usually, all of us have the habit that, oh, they're old, it's okay, let them not work, let them stay, let them rest, which is actually very bad for them. Their knees, the muscles has to move, and the joints need exercise. So, if you have grandparents at your place, make sure that they walk every day. You can just walk in the hall, right? So, make sure that they are working out, make them do hand up, hand down, and then like this, and then shoulder rotations, and then they can get up, sit, and then walk around, knee rotation. They can sit and do ankle rotation. So if you have grandparents at your place, elderly people basically, make sure that they do work out. I know that they will use their age as an excuse, but don't let them do that. Okay. So coming to people on wheelchair, it's also about it's also about how well your body can move, right? So if you're someone who can't use your hands, then you still there's a certain movement that your body can do for sure. So for everybody, the amount of workout depends on the capacity of the body. Now, say I can't move my body as in my hands, but I can still lift my wrist. Okay, probably only this much, but this is still a workout for my body. This is still a workout for me. So people like them, they can make sure that even if you feel like you can't move your hands, try your best. You have to push. It does not mean that they have to work out full out. Only then it means workout. Even a slight movement of the body means they're working out. But the only thing is that they'll have to do extra counts. So if you have limited neck movements, even if you're doing like slightly from left to right, that's enough. But do more of that. So people have to ensure that whatever they can do, they just have to do more of it. And that is going to help them.
So actually, we have to maintain the consistency
Yeah.
of yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. So now I would like to request you for that winner announcement of because that session we have held for e-quiz yesterday for psychology and COVID session. So I forward you list of that,
Yeah.
so you can announce
So
that.
the first place for the equals goes to Vignesh Patel. That's nice. Congrats, Vignesh. So should I announce the second person?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the second place goes to Jeevan Jyoti Das. Congrats. And the third place goes to Kasturi.
Yeah, that's all, animes, I guess. So we are up end of our session. So now I would like to give a vote of thanks to our speaker. So thank you so much for this session, ma'am. And we are all enlightened with your knowledge, and you inspired us a lot. And we will maintain our fitness as you inspired about that, and we will maintain our healthy lifestyle and hope we can implement same in our lives. Thank you, ma'am, for that.
Welcome. I wish you guys all the best and hope the session was helpful.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank you
ma'am.
so much,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank you
ma'am.
so much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much,
May I
ma'am.
please